The reason Inzoi was never going to be the Sims killer, because Sims players are so blind to what they actually want and what they actually enjoy about The Sims, they don't realize that it's impossible for an outside game to replace what they enjoy about this specific life simulator. Inzoi was always going to be its own game with its own set of conditions and vibe. And that was never going to indoctrinate majority of Sims players because people go to The Sims for such different reasons than what you would use Inzoi for. And I think what it comes down to is thinking life sim is a genre and not a subgenre. Stay with me. The Sims 4 is a life sim, but it has these bunch of like magical realism elements that makes it a bit more quirky, that makes it a bit more goofy in the way that it approaches mundane tasks and scenarios. But then you have Inzoi, which is a life sim, but it's heavily based in realism. Doing mundane tasks in a very mundane way with a bit of tediousness to every task that you do. Even though Pair Lives, we haven't seen too much of it yet, from what I have seen of Pair Lives, it squarely seems to fall more into a cozy sector, like an Animal Crossing. Everything is supposed to fall into a bit more of a relaxation, unlike The Sims, where there's kind of a panic, where there's a air of chaos to every mundane task. A good chunk of Sims players will never admit this, but they do not want fully mundane. They do not want full realism, because that's tedious and not very fun to play. What Sims players do want is they want a bit more customization. They want to be able to say, yeah, I do want to plan this event, but actually sometimes I don't want to go to work and I like a rabbit. But they don't know how to express that in a way that's constructive, so they just see another game and pray that that game gives them what they want exactly to their specifications. Because if there's one thing all Sims players are, it's fucking control freaks. But regardless, I think we can live in an ecosystem where all life Sims can kind of live amongst each other. And honestly, that's just more the merrier for me.